The seasons come and go like thoughts of you.
Hey guys, what's up? So today we're doing another makeup tutorial and I wanted to do something really peachy. Peachy all over. Peachy eyes, peachy cheek, peachy lips, peachy everything, peachy nails. Are you guys like this? I know someone's like this, but I love matching my makeup to my nail polish. I love it. I think it's cute. I think it makes you look put together. And my husband picked out this nail polish yesterday, so I thought, perfect time to do a peachy look for you guys, because you guys seem to like that. Every time I have a peachy look on, I always get comments or questions and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing today, a peachy talk through makeup tutorial. We're gonna be talking a lot, so if you don't like that, click out of it right now. And yeah, before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to hit the bell so that you're notified of all my future videos. And let's just get straight on into it. Okay, so I'm going to start out with some skincare. This is the e.l.f. Daily Hydrating Moisturizer. I'm going to put this all over my face. Let's create a nice base here, shall we? I like this one. It's nice. Kind of smells like cucumbers, I think, a little bit. Okay, since we're doing like a peachy look, we don't necessarily have to start with our eyes first. I hope I'm not regretting that. Maybe we should start with our eyes, just in case. Let's start with our eyes first. So I'm going to use this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Medium Honey all over my eyelids. And this is just a Flower Beauty sponge, just because the sponge I'm going to use for my face, I want to use for the first time on my face, not on my eyes. And then I'm just going to set that with the Milani Prep Set and Go, which, by the way, they're sending me a glow one too, because they sent me the wrong one. It's awesome. Although it's a hassle because I really wanted to try that one right now. I still could try this one. So there's a couple palettes that are my favorite peachy palettes. So the Dream Street Cathing Lights one is probably one of my favorites because it has this beautiful eyeshadow right here for the lid, this peachy color. It's just a really good peachy look eyeshadow palette for peachy colors. Another one, the one I'm going to use today is the Morphe 350 palette. This one just has a bunch of like warm shades, but they also have some peachy shades in here as well. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a super fluffy brush. This is the Furless Pro 7E, and I'm going to get into this shade right here, which is like a peachy neutral shade. And I'm going to get into this shade and put that in the crease and start to blend it out. This is a super big fluffy brush, so it's going to be really easy to do that. If you have smaller like eye space, you might want a smaller brush, but this one works really well for me. So I'm just putting it all over the crease and I'm extending it out here, and it's totally fine. I mean, if we want to clean it up, you can definitely clean it up when we do a foundation. I don't mind if it looks a little bit messier. I think it looks nice that way, but you just want to blend it out really good. And I'm just slowly packing on the color till I get like a vibrant peachy. Then I'm going to bring that into that into the outer corner part of the lid, and just blending it. Then I'm going to get this color right here, which is peachier but a little tiny bit darker, and I'm going to put that, concentrate that in the outer part of the crease and into like the outer third of the eyelid. But I'm not going to bring it super high up because the first color was the transition shade. This is more for like crease and outer part of the lid. I'm going to brush off whatever is left on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to blend. Make sure it's all blended really nice. Why do my eyebrows look super fat and fluffy? I don't know. So I'm getting into the Dream Street. I decided I want to get into this color and kind of do it right over top of everything. Just to make sure it looks peachy and not orangey, you know what I mean? Let's move on. I'm gonna get into this color right here. Or if you have the Dream Street palette, I'll give you guys both alternatives. This color right here is what I would be getting into. So I'm putting it right on this outer part, like in the crease and this outer little section. Piling it on top of that peachy color makes it look more peachy than necessarily pinky or orangey. I'm going to sweep that into the crease. I'm going to go into this part of the crease as well, the inner part of the crease. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and go into a really light shade like this one to put right underneath the brow. And I'm going to do that with like a smaller, more precise brush, kind of like this one. I like to use this one right underneath the brow, in the inner corner. It's a really good brush. And so I'm going to deepen like right here around the crease a tiny bit. So I'm going to go into a brown. It's a little bit warm, but it's a little bit deeper. So I'm just going to use this brown right here. Just any brown that's a little bit deeper, I'm going to go into the crease with it because I do want to make sure that I have like a definition, because my eyes, like I don't have a lot of lid space. See, they're kind of a tiny bit hooded as well. So I want to kind of create a crease for myself. You may not have to do this if you don't want to, or if you don't need to, if you have awesome looking eyes. This is a Furless Pro 1M brush. It's still big, but it comes to a point. And I'm going to go in lightly, a little bit at a time. Like that. So you see how it kind of made this eye more defined than this eye? Can you see that? Hope you guys can see that. So I was going to tell you guys, if you guys don't have peach eyeshadows or you don't have one of these palettes, using like a peach blush as your transition and then just using gold on your lids, that will give you a beautiful peachy look as well. And then you can use that same blush as your blush, and that matching will just look really, really good. Okay, for the lid, I'm going to go in with two different shades. There's this gold shade here, and then this one is like it's like a pink with a tiny bit of a gold in there. It's kind of like has a duochrome kick to it. So I'm going to first put this goldy peachy shade on the outer, kind of like in the middle third of the eye, and in the inner part of the eye I'll go with this like pinky gold shade here. So I'm going to be using a step 2 for the shadow, the Vintage Cosmetic brush, and I'm going to start with the gold. And I'm not going to go too much over this like outer third. I'm just going to kind of place it and really pack it on in the middle, the gold, and then kind of sweep outwards to blend. But I don't want to go over that outer peach color that much. Okay, I'm going to go in with that peach color, that pinky. Do you see that? Whoa, this one's way pigmented. That's like a really pinky color. It's not as peachy as it looks in here. Don't go in with that color. That pinky color is too pinky for this peach look. So I definitely recommend this color right here in the Dream Street palette is perfect. So I'm gonna go over that and try to correct this. It's too pinky. It's like a hot pink looking color. I'm going to wet my brush and go into that gold color and place it in the middle. Oh yeah, that's way better. So before I finish the rest of the eyes, I'm going to go on to the face. I am going to be using today the LA Color Truly Matte Foundations. I really like it. I'm going to show you guys how I my favorite way to apply this with my primers. So first primer I'm gonna use two. The first one is the Farsali Unicorn Essence. You don't have to use this, but I really like using this. So I'm going to apply that onto my hands, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply it all over the face. Or you can just drop it on your face. I'm just putting a little bit of the baby's skin like in my forehead. I don't want to have any issues there, which this foundation never does give me issues, but just in case. And then today I'm going to use this one. So usually I just use that Farsali and then an illuminating primer on top. But today I'm going to use the Becca First Light Priming Filter. You can use this one, another good one. This one from Physicians Formula is a really good one, the Spotlight Primer. It's more goldy toned. That one is a really good one as well, but both of these are really, really good. So just for kicks and giggles, I'm using this one because it's been a little while. I've been neglecting this little baby. I know this might be a lot of prep for some of you guys on your face, but this will literally last me all day and my skin will look glowy and flawless and beautiful all day long. So I love doing this. All right, so I'm gonna use mostly medium beige, but I'm gonna mix in a tad bit of golden beige to golden it up a little bit. And we're gonna be using the LA Girl sponge. This is the first time I'm using it, so we'll kind of see how that goes. Heard it's really good, so I'm excited to use it. So this is kind of my little concoction there. Mixing it up. And this does oxidize, just so you know, but it's a really good foundation. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh. This is like a super bouncy sponge, like super bouncy. Foundation is starting to dry on my face because my camera died and I had to put another battery in. So it started to dry on my face. So this is probably one of my favorite foundations at the moment. It's just so beautiful. And even though I have dry skin, it looks really good. Moving on, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Cushion Contour. This one is in Cafe au Soleil. And I'm gonna just use a little brush that comes with it. And it's been a while since I used this one, so I wanted to use it for show. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in there and I'm just going to contour. And then I'm gonna get my little brush here and dip it in there and we shall contour the nose. And I shall just use my Flower Beauty sponge to make sure that that's blended out as perfectly as it is. Should be. Okay, so now you guys know I'm going to use these LA Color Skin Enhancers. This one's in Golden Goddess. I love this one. I'm going to put it on top of my Flower Beauty sponge. I just think it works the best on there. I know this thing needs some help. I am very much aware. If you haven't tried these, shame on you. These are amazing. I love these so much. Every day I use these, every day. Look at that. Oh my freaking gosh. Yeah, I got a little too crazy on that side. Oops. It's okay. We shall make it work somehow. Swipe. We shall swipe. Blend like nobody's business. Blend, just blend it out. Okay, then I'm going to use the Illuminating Skin Enhancer in Liquid Gold, and we're going to put it right like on the very edge to highlight with. Like, I'm talking about like the tiniest amount. Now the good thing about this foundation is that you don't really need to set it. So I'm probably not gonna set it. And I totally forgot to do my concealer. So let's do that now. I'm thinking C8 here of the Revolution. Why not? Should have done that before highlight. And I'm just patting to get the most coverage out of that, because for underneath the eyes, I'm going to use the Milani Prep Set and Glow. And Prep Set and Go, the matte version. We're gonna try this out. Just lightly. So now that my face looks crazy, let's put some blush on. So there's a couple of different blushes I wanted to show you guys. ColourPop one is the perfect blush for those that want peachy but not too much. I might go with this one today. Also, the LA Girl Just Blushing Just Peachy blush is one of my favorites, and I've been using this like nobody's business. It's matte, but not like, it's like a soft matte, so it's really, really pretty. Also, this one has a peachy natural vibe. It's called Just Natural, but it will give you a peachy natural vibe, and it will go with a look like this really nicely. So I think I'm gonna go, because you guys have seen me use both of those blushes so much, I'll do the Wet n Wild one. The Apricot in the Middle blush, one of my favorites. And I'm gonna be using the Furless Pro 2F brush. It's kind of beaten down, but this is the brush we're going to be using, and I love this for blush. I thought because it was small and flat I wouldn't like it, but when I lay it on its side and I just softly blend it out, it just looks really good. Put a little bit on my nose. I'm going to add the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. I'm going to do this lightest shade here with a Morphe Y11 brush, and I'm also going to add that like right underneath here so it doesn't look muddy. I feel like it's looking muddy under there. This is a very natural highlight. I'm also going to add this to like my chin so I still look glowy even though I'm matte. That was getting crazy. Okay, I'm gonna spray my face with the Essence Keep It Perfect Fix It spray very lightly. No matter how far away I get, my face gets super wet with this spray. Try to get super far away, but still, it's like. Okay, let's go ahead and finish the eyes while that's kind of setting into my skin. We're getting into this peachy color, the first one that we used, and I'm putting it on the lower lashes and smudging it out. And I'm being really messy with it because I like the messier looks. And then I'm gonna get into this darker peachy color. It's basically the colors I used on my crease. I'm getting into those. And then I'm going to get into a brown. So I'm going to get into this brown right here that I used in the crease. Just lightly. And this one I do want to get really close to the lashes. Okay, on the very inner corner, I'm going to grab this color right here, and I'm putting it into the inner corner. It has a glow to it. So we're highlighting with that. So I want it to not look super done up. So I'm going to get into a flat brush, and I'm going to get into a darker color, and I'm probably going to get into like something probably like one of these browns, probably a warmer brown. And I'm going to get right in really close to the lashes. I'm going to smudge it out and smoke it out. It's definitely more wearable when you smoke it out than doing like a wing liner. And so I want this to be super wearable and not look too done up because I'm going to see a house today. I'm going on its side and blending that. So I pack it on with the tip like this, and then I blend it out on the side like that. That's what I'm doing. Let's put some lashes on. I'm gonna put on some of these Risque from Koko lashes because I want to. They're so gorgeous. And that's what I'm gonna do. I haven't done a talk through tutorial in a long time, so forgive me if I forget what I'm doing and I just like don't talk and I'm just like silent. I know, not entertaining. I'm practicing, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. So I'm using a clear, this is the Kiss Clear Strip Adhesive. It's the brush on one. I really love this one. So I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, so I totally forgot to put black eyeliner in the upper lashes so that they blend in easier. So I'm gonna do that right now. Not in the lashes, in the waterline, the tight line. Okay, voila. I've been transformed into a Risque peachy girl. So lips, look how peachy this one is. I don't know which one I should pick. Let's do this one and we'll do the flower one on top, and I'll like blend it out obnoxiously. So this one's the Lip & Co. Nearly Nude, and this one is a Flower Beauty Peach Petal. I'm just blending it out. These are really nice, by the way, super glossy and super pretty. So okay, so this is how it turned out, my peachy look. Hope you guys really liked it. Don't forget to give me a big old fat like if you liked the peachy look, or if you liked the talk through better. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.